words and most commonly used for NLP applications. So most of the times it is used to search and extract, right? And the regular expressions becomes more powerful when we add some special characters to the search string. Correct? We have added caret symbol, dot star, dot plus operators, and so on, and it becomes more powerful. So usually whenever we want to find something, we will define a regular expression with a pattern, and we will look for similar pattern in a given text, and we will extract it. Okay, so there was the example which we considered in the previous class, and we also tried to extract the mail IDs, right? We extracted the mail IDs. Give me 1 second. Let me open the Jupyter classwork. Okay, is the classwork visible, guys?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah. I'm getting it on the screen. Yeah. 1 second. How about now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How about now?
It's visible, sir.
Okay, fine. So before we use regular expressions, we have to import the regular expression from the library by using RE, and then to search for lines that contain from. I'm not telling whether it starts with from, only I want the lines from a particular text file which consist from somewhere in between also. Not mandatory that it should be at the as the first word or character of the line. So now I search for lines. I use these operations are pretty handy, like already you have experienced this. And here I use re.search search method, and I use from. Okay, from colon. Wherever I have a text from, let me remove this from colon. Wherever I have a text from in the line which has been read, so those lines will be printed. So I've got a condition here: if ra.search from line, so print a line. Okay. Now you could see wherever you have from, irrespective of whether it is at the start or it is in the between, so those lines are printed. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are. Sir.
Yes. Is there any disturbance at the background?
No, sir.
No. From my background, is there any disturbance?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Right, and here now I have become very specific that if I want to start such a line which starts with from, see here, if I want to search for lines which starts with from, I use the same statements, but here I'm going to mention a special symbol or a caret symbol here. So this says that begins with. So caret says it begins with. So the caret operator, I call it as caret operator. Here in regular expressions, it means begins with. So it begins with from, so that particular line will be printed. Okay. Now I can use character matching. I can use number of dots in between any two characters in order to create a word matching between any two characters, and also I can try to look for a particular pattern. And we shall try to see search for lines that starts with from and have an at symbol. Correct. Now here I had from and at symbol in all the lines, fortunately, in the text file. But sometimes I have to exclude the line which starts with from but which does not contain at symbol. So here I can use from starts with this dot plus is nothing but, what do you mean by dot plus? Can anybody say what is dot plus? What is dot plus? Zero or more characters, correct? Dot plus means zero or more characters. Sorry, not zero, one or more characters, right? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So what is dot plus? What is the difference between dot plus and dot star? Dot plus is used to represent one or more characters. Here in this line, so it searches for a pattern which starts with from colon and one or more operators. Sorry, one or more characters. So this should be dot plus is nothing but one or more non-white spaces or one or more characters. Till at, if this is satisfied, if this pattern is satisfied, so this becomes true in the line and this line will be printed. So begins with from colon with one or more characters till at, that means you're trying to find at here and print that particular line. So I'm going to print a line, search for the line that starts with from and at included in it. And all these things are the example to print the entire line, because I'm not trying to fetch a particular word. See, if I want to fetch a word from each line, something like this, if I want to fetch an email ID or an year of the line, year in the line. So how to extract the data using regular expression? I'm going to use re.findAll. I'm going to use findAll method. Suppose if I have a string s is equal to, I'm just trying to revise my previous sessions, previous class. Suppose if I have a string here, okay, now I will just create an expression saying ex is equal to, the expression should be regular expression or a pattern should be /s plus. What do you mean by /s plus? /s is nothing but white spaces, non-white space characters. That means it should be a string. Plus means S plus means one or more non-white space characters. Before at, see here I have an at symbol. Before at I should have one or more non-white space characters, and after at I should have one or more non-white space characters. So if this pattern is matched, so that will be stored as an element inside this LST variable as a list. So this would be a list of words or list of email IDs. So now see here, this pattern is matched. Let us just get clarified with the first word A. It is not matching. Message, it is not matching. From, it is not matching. And we come to the fourth character. Some mail ID is given. Now we shall try to examine this pattern. I have at symbol. Yeah, I have at symbol here. I have non-white spaces left towards this at symbol. Yeah, I have non-white spaces as 4 characters, and I have S plus, again non-white spaces to the right of the at character here. So it will be saved as a list of element inside a LST. So that would be the first element. See here, that is the first element of the list. And then again it traverses. It will check with this. So this pattern is not matched since we don't have at. Again it comes here. Do we have at? Yes, we have at here. S plus is nothing but non-white space. It is satisfied. S plus after at, yes, it is satisfied. So this would be your second element inside the list. Now it goes to the third one. Now it goes to the fourth, sorry, the meeting, and now lastly it finds at here. But this string doesn't match with this at 2 p.m. word. Why? Because though I have S plus here after at, I don't have one or more characters here towards left of the at. So this pattern is not satisfied. So this will not be printed, or this will not be considered. Okay, let us just try to extract in a very similar way. Try to extract the lines that have an at sign between the characters. So I'll use this. These are the same set of commands, and I'm using a guardian code here which protects. If there is no list here, assuming there is no list here, there is no element, so this will not be printed. So if length x is greater than 0, that means you have some elements, then only this x will be printed, okay, in each line, with respect to each line. So I'm just trying to concentrate on reading the number of or the list of email IDs to get the list of email IDs. So now I'll run this program. You could see I have generated the list of email IDs here. But the problem with this generation of email ID or results is I have some tags or some special symbols which are not acceptable, right? Which are not acceptable. So what I do, I want to ignore this. I just want only these acceptable characters. Only these acceptable characters to be printed. So how to identify those acceptable characters? I retain the same program. I copy paste the same program here. The only thing which I'm going to add is towards S, before a /s, I'm going to add an acceptable characters in square brackets. So these are nothing but an acceptable characters inside the square brackets, followed by /s star. Guys, understand here, star nothing but 0 or more white spaces, 0 or more non-white spaces. Why? Because already I have included one set of character which are acceptable character before at. That means already I have one character before at, and also I have one acceptable character after s, after at. That means after this at there may be 0 or more characters. If you have plus also, no problem, you can have plus also, it's not a problem. But usually what we'll do, you'll use star operator, mentioning that star ash means, sorry, s star means 0 or more non-white spaces. Why? Because since I've already presumed some acceptable characters before at, so there is already one character before at, right? So then I can use star. Star says that 0 or more non-white spaces. Now if I run this program, now you could see I had tags here in postmaster at collab, but I'll not be having, the tags are excluded because it is not an acceptable string in this pattern. Okay, the tag doesn't fall in this pattern or an acceptable string. So assuming that email IDs can be alphanumeric with uppercase and lower cases here, and domain names will be only alphabetical with uppercase and lowercase. There is no numerical characters in the domain names. sjbit.edu.in, gmail.com, yahoo.com, monster.com, monster.inc. So there are so many websites with the user domain name that does not carry any numerical values or characters. So this was about this was in the previous class. Now we shall try to study how to extract, right? Combining search and extract. So I want to combine search and extract operations. Very simple operations, just using find all and creating a pattern, or RE search or creating a pattern. Suppose if I have a characters like this, I'm just putting the character strings. Suppose I have a strings. Did you observe the strings like this in my mbop short text file? Guys, have you come across this confidence and probability values?
Yes,
Okay, so
yes,
suppose now if I have this kind of string, and if I want to if I want to extract, okay, or to find the numbers on the lines that starts with string x, here starts with string x. So this is how this line is started, right? So it starts with string x. So how do I say it? Can I put it as a caret x? See here, I am building a expression for re.search operation. So what do you mean by this? The caret operator is nothing but it's going to say a line which starts with x colon. See here, I am satisfying this parameter or the string matching, and then we don't just want any floating point numbers from any lines, but also we want to extract the numbers. We want to extract this number from the line. So can you see this? Can I say this as dot star 0 or more till colon? Instead of DSPAM hyphen confidence colon, can I say it as a dot star? What do you mean by dot star? One or more non-white space characters till colon. Does this satisfy? Does this symbol satisfy this expression? Correct? Yes or no? Guys?
yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you may interrupt me if you did not understand. Now, I'll give a space here. Observe, I am giving a space. Why? Because I have a space here. I have a space here, so I'll give space here. See? And then what are these characters? What are these characters? Are these floating point values? Are these a floating point values?
Sir.
Yes.
Okay. So after space, I'm going to use a square bracket because those are the acceptable characters. And I'm going to say from 0 to 9 dot. What do you mean by 0 to 9 dot? 0 to 9 dot means all kinds of floating point values. 1.0, 1.4, whatever values can be used or can be created using the combination of 0 to 9, along with dot means decimal values, means floating point values, and plus means this is the acceptable characters, and it can have one or more acceptable characters with respect to 0 to 9 plus. Correct? So now I'll create this as an expression. Guys, this will be my expression, regular expression string. I'll put it inside the string. I'll make it as a string. Okay. Any problem now? Did I create an expression or a pattern which matches to fetch this value? Why? Because I have made it as bracket here. Okay, I made it as a square bracket. This means it will try to extract. Let me use it in re.search. So I'll import re. So I'll just try to retain everything with respect to my previous program. See, import RE hand is equal to open mbox short text for line in F hand or line in hand line dot R strip. Now after line dot R strip, I will use if RE dot SEARCH. See here, if I'm trying to combine search and extract operation, I will be using RE dot search. If I'm just trying to find and create a list of some particular pattern of strings, I will be using find all operation. So I will search for what? I'll search for this pattern. I'll search for this pattern. So I'll use XEX here. I dot search from what? From line. So what I should do? I should print line. So now what will happen? Whichever line satisfies this pattern will be printed. Okay. I had only two characters, two such lines in short text. So I have printed these two lines. Probability values are different, so not to worry. Here I had only two lines in my short text operation, short text file, which satisfies my example string and will be printed. Now if I want to extract this portion of the string, so what I need to do? So if I want to extract a portion of the string, okay, if I want to extract a particular portion of the string, what I need to do? Can you suggest? Can you suggest if you have read it earlier? So I can use, see here guys, be very careful. I can use a common bracket of what string you are looking for. I will use a common bracket surrounding the string to be extracted. Okay, I'll use a common bracket here surrounding the part of the string to be extracted. That is the only difference. Search and extract. This will search and these common brackets will extract. Okay, 1 second. So I have to use to extract, I have to use find all operation. 1 second. I have to use find all. Oh, no, not getting it. 1 second. Let me just try to have a different program. I'll be using a common brackets in order to. I have to save it in another variable. I have to save it in another variable. Here I am just using the condition, guys, here to print the line. Let me copy it and paste it. I'll remove this if statement because I'm not interested to print the line now. But I'll be interested to print what? I'll be excluding this also. Now I want to search for the line that starts with X followed by any non-white space character. Let me just copy the lines here. See here. This is the requirement. I will search for the lines that starts with X followed by any non-white space characters and colon followed by a space as already seen and any number followed by a space and any number. The number can include a decimal. Then print the number if it is greater than 0. Okay, then print number which is greater than 0. So this would be like you might get a program saying write a program which satisfies the following condition. The first thing is I'm going to import regular expression. Then I'm going to read the file name. I'm going to open that file name. Then I'm going to iterate with respect to each lines. So I'm going to get rid of additional spaces or the blank spaces or the blank lines. And here I'm going to use re.findAll. Here I have used re.findAll. Always if you want to create a list of some values, so this should be find all operation which search with respect to this, which starts with X followed by non-white space characters. See here, non-white space characters. Okay, any non-white space character till colon. Slash S star is nothing but any number of non-white space characters till colon. And carefully observe, guys, I have given space here, followed by a space. So followed by a space and the number. So this is any number. So and the number can include a decimal. So that is why I have given a digit value here. Plus means any number, any decimal number. Now I have carefully observed here. I have surrounded this number with a common brackets. So this extracts this part, the decimal value, the number, and it will be stored in the X. And now I say if length of X greater than 0, that means it should be X should have some value to print. That's it. X should have some value to print. Now you could see I have extracted only these values, only the confidence and probability values. You could observe here I have extracted only confidence and probability values. Length of X should not be compared with these values. Length of X shall be compared with whether the X, the list of X, whether X has got some value, then print. I'm trying to say length of X, not X value. Understand? Here X is a string. You could you could type X and see. Okay. So you could see X is a list. Inside list you have this string. Okay. So instead of calling search, see here, instead of calling this search, I use this brackets, common brackets. So just we keep on adding the parentheses around the part of the regular expression, okay, in order to extract the floating point portion of that matching with the string. Okay. Similarly, if I try to put it on, let me just try to see. Okay, mbox text. I have mbox text. Let me just try to print. From mbox text, I had so many confidence and probability values. There are so many confidence and probability values. You can also say without I have to give this length of X greater than 0 print X. Okay. Why it is not been stored in X? Let me just verify why it is not stored in X. Because since, okay, you have to create an empty list and you have to keep appending the values. So that is why you're getting an a void list. Okay. So in order to extract any portion of the string which matches with this pattern, use common brackets and use find all operations. So the numbers are still in a list and need to be converted from strings to floating point. Understand? So these are still in a strings format. So it has to be converted to the floating point. But anyways, we are not interested in converting it into a floating point values. That can be dealt in the later part. Right now, since this is a list, so I've just printed the values inside the list. Okay. And list is still, it is a string. See here, since it is encoded inside the single quotes, it is a string. If you want to generate a list of all these values, you can have an empty list here outside. LST is equal to some empty list, and here you can keep appending lst dot append of x. So you can also do this. Lastly, you can print the list. So this is also fine. Oh, okay. You have to print the list. Why I'm getting this empty values here? Oh yeah, you have some lines in between. I'm getting the values, but after some empty lines. So you do one thing. If length of x is 0, then only you try to append that list. I think that would give some meaning then. Yeah, okay. Both are one and the same. So x is a list, so not to worry. So here now list is nothing but a length. You could find length of list. I can see how many times the probability and confidence values have been appeared in the text. I can say print of length of list 50. There were 50 confidence and probability values inside your list. So I can also, rather than saying so this, I could simply say length of x also. All are same. Oh no, x is not given. So if you want to create a list, you have to deal with this. You have to give this value. You have to append this list of elements. Okay. So my concept was to make you understand the concept with respect to how to extract search with respect to this pattern and extract this portion of string. Okay, this portion of string which has been encapsulated or which has been taken inside the common brackets. These are some extra. This you need not to worry. Now you got the list here. See, this is a list of elements. Okay. We shall deal with another example. Suppose if you look at this mbox text file, you have so many lines in this form. Like it begins with details colon space http colon source till here till question mark view equal to rev and rev equal to 39772. I'll give you 2 minutes of time. Can you people try to write an expression, write a pattern which extract all of the revision numbers? I need to extract this portion. Okay, I need to extract only this portion. So how to write the pattern? I'll just call a pattern as PATTER, or else I'll just say PTRN. Okay, let me just put it. Pattern is equal to. So I should find and I should print only 39772. So what should be the pattern? Guys, what should be the pattern? Can I say the line which starts with, the line which starts. In order to say starts or begins, I will use caret symbol. Starts with capital DETAILS. These are case sensitive, be careful. Colon. The line which starts with details colon space dot star. Okay, dot star means, sorry, you know to give space here. 0 or more non-white space character. If I want to extract all these things, 0 or more non-white space character till REV. So I can say 0 or more non-white space character till REV equal to. I'm just trying to put this pattern here, REV equal to. and this is 0 or more non-white space character. Correct? And what you need to extract? I need to extract this 39772. So what I need to say here, equal to, I should put it in square bracket because I'm trying to extract that part. So now I say 0 to 9 dot, okay, 0 to 9 dot and plus. There might be more digits. 0 to 9 dot plus. So this is my pattern now. Now you write the same program, import RE and find all, and use that expression inside, and use this pattern here. Okay, use this pattern here. I'm looking for the pattern inside the line, and I'm extracting this portion, that is 39772. Okay, yeah. So I had two such lines, and I have extracted the detail values at the end. So this regular expression is all about, okay, is all about finding a pattern in a given line with an example pattern, and you can use this common brackets in order to extract that portion of the line. Okay, if I run this for mbox text, I could find more such values because I had more such lines which starts with details and has got some revision values at the end of that line. It's all about pattern here. Either you call a variable called pattern outside or any variable outside with a string. This is a matching string. This is a matching string, and you try to match this string in a given line. It matches with this string in the given line, and extract this portion of the string by using common brackets. And this can be replaced by allowable characters are 0 to 9 decimal, and it can be any such values. Okay, remember this part. And now I would like to, if you want to extract, okay, if you want to extract a day, sorry, a hour of the string. Suppose I have a string. I have a string which starts with from, which has recorded some mail transaction on Saturday, Jan 5th, 9 o'clock in the morning, 14 minutes and 16 seconds. So if I want to extract this 09 hours from this line, I just want to know when I did receive the message from a mail from Stephen, or when I received a mail from any person at 9 o'clock. At what particular hour? If I want to extract only the hour of this time, so how to extract or how to create the pattern? Guys, do we have any answers? Is this 39744 is a string? I need some answers here. Is this 39772 is a string?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let me complete my the answer. Is this 39772 is a string? And how many characters inside the string has been extracted? All the characters? All
Yes,
the
sir.
characters or all the values, all the numbers inside the string using this 0 to 9 dot plus operator.
Yes, sir.
So this plus operator is greedy. How much ever values you have after this, all those values will be extracted. Though you have colon and 20, 30, and then again you have 56. All the values, all these are acceptable characters only. So there is no such condition or there is no such constraint that only a particular part of the string has to be extracted. So if I want to seal it off, if I want to make sure I want only number of characters, instead of using plus, if I use only 0 to 9 dot, 0 to 9 only, what will happen? Let us see. Can you see? Only the first characters has been exploited, correct? Again, if I try to use another set of characters 0 to 9, what will happen? Zero to 9 extracted only the first character after equals, right? After equals, it extracted only first character 0 to 9. If I have another 0 to 9 in another square bracket, so it will extract 39, the first two digits after REV equal to. I'm trying to restrict. See here, I'm trying to restrict the characters, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I did it as 0 to 9 plus means what? 0 to 9 plus means any acceptable characters within this range, any number of acceptable characters from 0 to 9 with decimals. That means I will extract all the values. So if I want to restrict myself, so if I want to extract only this part of the string, what I need to do? So can we start creating the string? So you can do this in a far simpler way in order to avoid the greedy behavior. Greedy behavior, that is, if I use some string with plus operator, greedy behavior of this 0 to 9 dot plus operator. Trying to get rid of this, it should be in the square bracket. This is an acceptable character plus, so this is a greedy behavior of plus. If I want to overcome this, what I need to do? So you can do this in a far simpler way. Just we need to follow the regular expression. So let me type it here. Is it starts with from? Can I say it starts with from? Okay. Then what you have? Then space you have dot star. What do you mean by dot star? 0 or more non-white space characters. Okay, 0 or more non-white space character. Keep looking for the string till you find two values with an acceptable characters as 0 to 9 and colon. Guys, understand? I repeat, I have created an expression or a pattern which starts with from. This starts with from. And 0 or non-white space characters. It can be a space 0. There is no characters here. Again, you have started. Again, there is no characters here. No problem because you have used dot star. So nothing to worry. 0 or no more non-white space characters here, 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 and see here. Till now the pattern is not matched because it is looking for 0 to 9, 0 to 9 colon. See here, 0 to 9 is okay. Find this value. 0 to 9 is this value and colon. Yes, I got this value now. 0 to 9 colon satisfies this pattern till here. Okay, and now what do you want to do? I want to extract it, so I am going to place common brackets here and extract this part. So this results in only the hover of the. So it searches for the lines that starts with from and a character followed by a 2-digit number between 0 and 9 followed by colon. So it goes till here and then it follows till you get two characters. Acceptable characters are 0 to 9 and 0 to 9 followed by a colon. So if this is satisfied, then it will print. I can say this by using the same commands here, ra.findAll, and I say print x. So let me just I'll take the string first, call it as s is equal to. Okay, now I could use the same set of program. Import re x is equal to re find all, re dot find all, re dot find all. What I need to put here, I need to put an exp, that is expression, comma s, because I am looking for this pattern, this expression which satisfies or which matches this pattern, and comma s. So this will be printed. And if I say x, see only the hour of that particular day will be printed. So now if I want to use the same expression to find how many lines which starts with from in mbok short text till it matches with the pattern. See, this is the pattern which I'm trying to match. The first thing is it should start with from and zero or more non-white spaces in between till the last, the final pattern, the final string of that matching pattern should end with the acceptable characters, the two characters, two numbers followed by a colon, which is similar to this string. And then if length of x is greater than 0, print x. Oh, there are no characters. Let me search in short text. Yeah, in inbox text I had many such lines which started with from with many characters till colon, that is hours, been printed. 9th in the morning, 6 in the evening, 4 p.m. in the evening, and so on. So all these are hours from the string. Search for lines that starts with from and a character followed by a 2-digit number between 00 and 99 followed by a colon. Then print the number if it is greater than 0. Okay, and this is printing number if it is greater than 0. And lastly, I want to give few examples on the escape characters. Give me 2 more minutes of your time so that you can join in delay, 2 minutes in delay. Guys, suppose if we have some characters, understand, some characters like dollar, okay, like dollar, or some special characters like say slash only or star, something like this. And if you want to extract these characters from the given string, let us just assume $10 for cookies. I want to extract what is the price of the cookies, okay, in this string. So I can create a string. Here I can create a string, something like this. Just received re.findAll. Find this particular string in the given line. So it matches with the string, but the problem is this symbol cannot be understood by your Python. The special characters in regular expression can be used to match the beginning of the line, something like that. And if you want to extract a particular special character, you have to use a backslash. Use a backslash here. Then this will understand it as a escape character. What do you mean by escape character? If there are some special characters involved in a string or in a line which needs to be extracted, and you want to make regular expression to understand, boss, this is a symbol or a character which need to be extracted as a symbol from that line, use this slash operator. Okay, so we use special characters and we use backslash in order to say, boss, this is a normal character. Don't try to understand this as a regular expression pattern matching. So now if I say y, I could see $10 will be printed. If I don't use this, see here, this will not be understood. If I remove this, I would get only 10. But see here, I am not getting as a dollar. I'm not getting dollar here. So now if I want to extract the dollar, again, regular expression will not understand. The special symbol for dollar is something else, some other task. So if I want to make it understand that it belongs to the information itself, so use backslash. Okay. So this is all about your regular expressions. Since we have the dollar sign with the backslash, so it actually matches the dollar sign directly to the string instead of matching the end of line. It's not the end of line, it matches the dollar symbol directly to the string. Otherwise, dollar, most of the times it is considered as an end of line in regular expression. Only dollar, it is an end of line. Okay. Yeah. So this is all about your module 3. Thank you for attending this session. If you have any doubt, just let me know in the next coming session. And guys, keep practicing these programs, because this can be asked in different ways. They will give you different strings and they'll ask you to create these patterns, these string patterns. Okay. And they'll ask you to extract a particular part of a string, and you need to be capable of creating those patterns by understanding the strings and put it inside re.findAll expression. Okay, thank you for attending the session, and let me know if you have any doubts in the next session. Okay? Thank you guys. Take care.